he knows.
Well, right now he's throwing out that smile.
No,
Hey, right now, Duke, don't be looking over there.
He's
You're
seeing
taking.
all
Yeah.
the love flying all over the sky, you know?
Ready for battle? Controllers in hand. Zoom out in the game. Ready to withstand. As that I swarm. We take our stand. But Dr. Dreams comes across the land. In the evil dead, he picks up loot. While other heroes get the boot. Taking down the darkness in his own way. Alone fighting till dawn. Making them pay.
Thank you for coming in.
So we're not going to introduce?
Oh, you know? Okay, we're gonna.
Are we not going to do it?
We're gonna do it.
Oh, no, we're already live. We're already going.
That's fine, you know. I mean,
So you literally just turned to her and said, thank you. Thank you for this.
that's good.
All right, that's how we're going.
DH3 production, and it's a podcast. It's called What's on Your Mind, and it's an open floor. Anybody have anything on your mind, just let's talk about it. And we like to see Lady D.
Our guest today.
Introduce a little bit. Because I know Lady D very well, so I don't have to be introduced. She knows me very well, too. We are friends.
Well, I would introduce her to everybody else.
Let her
Would you?
talk. Let her talk.
Let's have
Lady
her
D,
introduce herself.
Please introduce a little bit yourself.
All right. Hello. Hi, everybody. My name is Denitra George, a.k.a. Lady D, and I am a music artist / entrepreneur. So I live here in Houston, Texas. And like Duke said, I kind of met him a couple months ago, and we just kind of been rocking and rolling since then. And I'm excited to be on you guys' show today. So I look forward to these questions and answers. So y'all just chime on in with us.
So how exactly did you get your first start? Like, you know what? Let's go even further back. What got you into music?
Woo, poetry and going through life experiences. So yeah.
Okay, so as a kid, let's say 12-year-old Duke, you just went right in front of her. Like, I don't know why you even ducked. You didn't even have to duck on that one. Okay, so when you were a little kid, 12 years old, saying, I want to do music, I want to be a
No,
what did you want to do when you were 12?
Oh, I think when we was in school and they finally, they make you do that assignment of what you want to be when you grow up, and I said a teacher.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay. So how do you go from a teacher to what you do now? Like,
I don't really know, because I wanted to teach and I wanted to coach. And so, because I was very athletic and in sports, and just I guess my mental changed. I remember too being in middle school and them teaching us about poetry. So I started doing poetry and I loved it. And so then I kind of stopped over the years, but that passion for it still was there. So over the course of years, I would just start going through life stuff, and then I just started sewing back into my poetry, and then the poetry turned into flows, and the flows out came Lady D.
Okay, so what time? Because we just went from 12 years old, and then was it like 16, 17?
I didn't start doing music until 2020, 2021.
Okay.
Yeah. So in between that gap, like I said, I just went through a lot of life stuff. I was going to college. I went through a lot. I went through CPS and getting removed from my home, and it was just a lot of bouncing around throughout the years. And then when I finally,
so basically, you're looking at that as like, this is content. I'm gonna write so many songs. This could be great.
Yeah, so a lot of my songs are about personal experiences and stuff that I kind of went through, and I had this fiery attitude and spirit, and I think that I had been harboring so much because I had a rough childhood, and so I gave up, honestly, on my dream of doing teaching and coaching.
So what you're saying is you're partly a failure.
No, I'm not saying
I'm
that.
just kidding.
No,
I'm just
she's
saying that
not.
life happens and
Yeah.
things change. And
Oh no,
so,
actually, it's cool that you had something that you really loved back when you were young, and that actually blossomed into something more. It just took a while. You didn't know where that path was going to lead you, but now you're like, hey, this is what it led me to, and that's actually really cool. A lot of people can't say that.
right.
Okay, let me ask Lady D, is there anybody had the influence on your life to become a singer, or I mean, you had to have somebody. Or
I would say my cousin, singer Sterling. So when I moved to Houston, because I'm from East Texas, a small town called Mount Enterprise, Texas, and from there,
I'm sorry, wait, say that again?
Mount Enterprise,
Mount
Texas,
Enterprise, Texas.
is very small. And from there, I moved to Nacogdoches, Texas, and I was there from like 16 through. No, I left. So I was there probably like 15 to 16. And then I moved to Houston and I moved back. When I moved back, I was there until I was like 20 something years old. I want to say to like 2017, 18. I moved here in 2018 in Houston. And then I ran into him. People was like, hey, this your cousin. He does music and this is that. And I'm like, okay. So me and him just went to talking. I'm like, how did you get into this and this is that? And he was like, girl, you can do it. I was like, I never thought about doing music, but I was like, maybe I can. I write poetry. And he said, girl, yeah, you can do it. Just do it. And so I started writing a song and I just did it. So shout out to singer Sterling.
So I know in the first time always been a hard time to do some stuff, especially in the music, I love to sing, Everybody telling me, you can be a singer.
Duke's sitting here saying, hey, get him in. He's not only, we already just learned that Duke is going to be a model soon. Now he wants to be a singer.
Well, I mean, hey, nothing wrong, sky's unlimited. I said, why not? You got to try anything you.
Yeah, I don't like being boxed into a corner.
No.
I feel like there's too many opportunities out there, and if you can do it, go after it. There's no such thing as you can't do this or because you do that, because everything kind of works together, and it works together in your favor. You just gotta figure it out and balance it out.
So I know you say you have a really, really rough childhood, all kind of stuff you went through down the line. So from there to now, how is now on your life?
Whew, my life is good. I can
Well, it has to be
honestly.
good, I just heard, and I'm sorry I missed your waiting, It was, I
Yeah.
got sick. I don't want people to get sick,
Yeah,
Now
so
you got strong supporter more than anything you name it.
I do, and because when I moved here in Houston, I do have a few family members here, but we're not that close. So I was expecting that family support and stuff, and I really didn't have that. And when they say strangers will be the ones that come out and support and just be there, that is so true. So my family became friends and just business entrepreneurs. And so once I just started, getting in around them and everything, it made me go even further, even harder and want more. And I was married when I first had moved here, but my ex-husband was in prison. So I was doing everything on my own. And so I ended up divorcing, and you know how you kind of be like, well, what I'm gonna do? Like you feel like you're on your own, but I didn't give up. I just stayed at it. I did not plan on possibly getting married again, because when you go through a lot, it makes you kind of just give up on love, I guess. And then I ended up meeting my husband now, and he's just so loving. He's so supportive. And, I just love that. So we just got married January the 10th of this year. So, Yeah, we're
Since,
happy.
So right now, I am curious. So where did you guys meet? Because right now, the way it sounds is like she was performing, and then he was just in the audience, and he was like, "Hey," and she's like, "Oh."
You know what? It's crazy. We met with me working.
They met.
I
at
was
the park.
working. No, I was
I know, I was
working
joking.
and I was doing security because I have my own security company as well that I do security under. But at this time, I was working with another security company, and he came into the place, and I don't know, it was just something about him. His smile is very gravitational.
Did you feel it when you saw him first? You
I
said,
did.
That's the guy for me.
I
You
did.
did good.
And I told him that. So we just began talking. And
Oh, so you were just very forceful.
I really was. And I think that.
Just so you know, you better not have plans for the next 20 years.
plans with him. Yeah. But it was love. I honestly can say love at first sight for us because it was just something about his smile and him, and it was like he had this glow by himself, and I was like, oh my gosh, like this is the man, this is it, this is who God been telling me about. And from the minute we started talking, it was just like, I don't know, there's something about it, and he was just everything different than anybody in my life. And
so when you saw
thankful.
him first time, you saw, oh, this is the diamond. And it's blinking really good to me, right?
mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm telling you right now, he's sitting over here, and he was actually asked, "Hey, you want to sit over here?" And it's like, man, after she just hyped me the hell up, I'm not gonna sit over here.
He's a smart man, when you say, your ex went to prison and then you became by yourself, if you look back, everybody have their own path. And God mold different way to different people. If you look at back that time when you was with him, and then after he's gone, you become by yourself, is that timetable makes you strong who you are today?
Yes, I feel like going through all of that and being with him, I gave up on myself. I honestly could say that I gave up on my dreams, my goals. I started following his pathway. He was much older than me, more experienced, and he just, kind of took control, and I just followed. And it was a lot. And so then when he left, I felt abandoned. I felt betrayed. Just everything, and I was lost. And I don't know, this one day I just woke up and God just, I called my grandmother. She was like, girl, you got to talk to God. You better talk to God. Get on your knees. And so I honestly did that. And I just started praying and crying out to God. And I wanted to change in my life. And I was like, I'm moving to Houston. And they was like, what? You moving to Houston? And I was like, yes, God has something for me in Houston, and I want it, and I'm leaving. So I dropped everything. I gave everything away for free, and I told my kids to load up, and we moved to Houston. And we started all the way over with nothing but our
clothes. You know
clothes.
why you moved to Houston? Because your other half was here.
I feel like it never would have happened if we probably was still together. We probably wouldn't have moved.
As I said, he was here.
I felt like he was a
Halfway.
hindrance in my life.
Yeah. I know, William, you're sitting back over there. You still can chime in if you want to. He's how much he loves you. He's talking all
He does, but
kinds of
he's
stuff.
not. He's very quiet, unless it's like people that he knows.
Well, right now he's
And-
throwing out that smile.
Oh,
Hey, right now, hey, Duke, don't be looking over there.
He's
You're
seeing
taking.
all
Yeah.
the love flying all over the sky,
And
That's what
not.
he's feeling, right?
He's not really into the limelight like that, and he's okay with like, hey, what do you need? I support you in any other way, but
Not
that's
going
just
in
how
front of
he
the
is,
picture.
and I love that. I love that.
that's
So,
good.
but
I mean,
he's
everybody
right
have
there
their
on
own-
the, like you see, he's right here beside
I know.
me. So I love
Everybody
that.
have their own comfort zone, I mean, my comfort zone is that going from the people, and
Yeah, the
act
camera's
like-
not for everybody.
act like playing around and stuff. But my wife is totally different way. She does not like. She hates what I do. I mean, it's just a total different 360 turn. I know.
Yeah,
Even my
like that
friend over here,
sometimes.
he mocked me down all the time. Okay, you from Louisiana, right?
You have friends, Duke?
You're not my friend? Oh, I'm sorry. He's my business partner. I don't want to say partner and give people the wrong impression. He's a business partner.
I think that still gives people the wrong impression.
I don't care. They can think whatever they wanted, you know. I know who I am, you know. So we have been talking, and we're fixing to go to the different production. He's working for the movies pretty soon, next couple of months. We're getting wrapped everything up. I was joking with him yesterday, singing in the office. I said, why don't you give me one small role, you know? He said, I said, why do you have to be faced like that? Just say yes or no, you know? He looked at, he said, actually, I don't think I have any role. I said, what do you mean you don't have any role? He said, I need somebody who can talk Cajun talk. I said, Cajun talk? What the Cajun talk? Then he tried to show me the swamp people guy video. Get it, boy, get it. I said, I said, damn, I can't do that all day long, you know. Just joking with him. But no, you know, he's, you know, we become a very good friend, you know, and we see everything eye to eye. And our thought process the same way.
I love that.
Yeah, sometimes we talk, you know, he said, man, I was thinking that way. I said, damn it, I was thinking the same thing last night too. You know, so no, that way, you know. Well, this is the blessing everybody come, you know, and then the way I met you too, you know, we become a good friend, we click, you know, and we have a lot of things going on, you know, and we will have you to come join with us, do stuff with that, you know.
Yes, I'm happy to even be able to be here.
Yeah.
Thank God for making that happen.
Yeah, so you say you are a writer, you know. You can be
Yes, I'm actually writing my first book, and it's a bio about my life. You know, I myself am a story. So I can't wait for people to dive in.
Do you have the name on the book or titles on the book?
Oh, I do. I do.
If you don't mind to share, I mean, it's up to you.
Not yet.
Okay.
I do. So I've written 2 chapters so far. So.
Good. You know, we have a writer in the house too, well-known writer, Mr. Gerald Crumb, sitting right there.
Who?
Gerald Crumb. You know the guy Gerald from Dallas, you know, who's a big writer?
I think I've heard of him.
I think that was your twin brother, you know, so.
Identical twin.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Good writer. And he's a son of a gun too, you know, man.
Right?
Yeah, he was showing me some of his work, and
no, he's, you know,
it looks phenomenal.
Writer, so. Yeah, if you ever need any kind of help in writing, hit him up, you know.
Oh, yeah, I already told him. He gonna get tired of me.
He can give you all the cue, all the negative, you know. But very few positive come to him time to time, depending what kind of mood he has, you know. So when you talk to him, let me know. I'll maybe bottle up a little bit so he'll have a good mood.
And then you find out all my books are kind of like Dr. Seuss. Red fish, blue fish.
Hey, I want to do some kids' books as well. Red book, red fish, blue fish, yes, yellow fish.
So, how many songs you have so far?
Ooh, I'm not sure, but I think it's over 20.
20, that's good.
Yeah.
I saw one of the video.
I think 20 at the least.
It looks good. You know,
and I have 3 videos out. So my next video I will be shooting next month. I'm so excited.
You better let me have on that movie too. On your
Okay.
I can wear any kind you want me to wear, you know.
Okay.
And apparently he can also do a really bad Cajun accent.
Oh.
If you need it.
Okay.
If you need it to...
I'm gonna let him do like a little comedy, like
he made me wear a diaper one of my episodes, you know. When he came first, he said, "How'd you like to wear a diaper?"
Okay, hold on. He's not telling you right. So we had to rewrite an episode, and I go, "Hey Duke, I'm gonna turn this into a comedy." He said, "Okay." Oh no, that's fine. I walked back out there and I go, "Hey Duke, how would you feel wearing a big ass diaper?" And he goes, I go, "Think about that." And I walked away. And then I came back. And he goes, Gerald, are you kidding? And I said, "No, I'm serious." And then he was like, by the way, he did do it while we were filming. while we were filming. So he's laying there with a big diaper. Doorbell rings. This is one of his actual clients. And she's like, I need to speak to Duke right now. I said, you probably don't want to talk to him right now. Hey, I need to speak to him right now. She walks in, she sees him laying there in his big old diaper staring at her. He doesn't even leave the bed. He's just still there. And she's like, and he goes, yeah, what do you need? And so they have a conversation and she can't even look him in the eye. And I'm just sitting there laughing my butt off in the hallway because she's
wanting, I told her to come, just tell him I'm busy, but she insists she wants to come. So I told Gerald, hey, bring it in. If she wants to come, she wants to, but I'm not getting up my sitting stuff like that, So that was the funniest part. When I was saying, when it comes to the acting, hey, I don't care whatever I need,
So he's saying if you need a big ass baby for your music video.
That one, but I know, the rapper, the baby,
him.
he went to South by Southwest. That's one of the big events they do typically in like March, and he went and he wore a big diaper with no shirt or anything. Yeah, that's how he ended up being recognized. You got to think outside of the box, so that was cool.
Well, so then now I have a question. What are some of the weirdest people? Because I know just actors in general. I know some people who literally, they can't work on full moons, like they're werewolves or something. What are some weird things that you've come across?
Everything. Houston is something serious. This is stuff that you probably wouldn't even think that people would do, like running on stage and throwing stuff, and I can't believe that people actually do that. They'll go to a concert just to throw a shoe at an artist, and, or go and try to snatch the mic out because they don't like what somebody said. I had a show before where some guys were into it about Crips and Bloods. They was on some gang related stuff, and there was an artist and he was rapping, and I think he said something about one of those things in his song or something, and it was some people in the audience that were of that kind, and then the guys jumped on stage and jumped on him while he was performing.
That's crazy. That's like you see, they got so many bodyguards these days. That's the reason, because he's not used to be, the whole timing, everything changed. You got to be very cautious once you go to stage.
Be careful for nothing.
Yep, that's the different style, different part, But anyway, you got your hobby now, and or whenever we do something, we'll just put him in security clothes.
Oh, is he now? Does he actually security guard for you a little bit?
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. That is my personal security guy. He's very big and stocky, and everybody tells me that they scared of him. I think that is so funny, but they be scared, so they're scared to approach me and stuff like that when he's with me. So they be like, when they don't see him, they're super happy, but they be like, he's very protective over you.
Little do you know,
he's doing his job.
He's
doing his job.
You're looking over at people and they're looking at him and he's staring them down. Then when you look back at him and then he's like, oh no, I'm good.
Yeah, he be looking so serious, but I'm like, he's
So William, do you do that one without talking to you and you said no? You shouldn't say.
He actually don't say nothing.
You don't have to say the sign language,
And it's crazy, because a lot of times you don't even have to say nothing. Your facial expression will say enough for you to speak for you. So
no, that's a
cool.
good, that's a good thing happening.
So they don't try me. They don't try me.
I know, and I was going to come your wedding, man. I mean, I was sick like a dog that day, out of nowhere, and I feel so bad,
Oh, it was nice. It was short, sweet.
I saw this picture and I said, man,
to the point.
And we saw Lamisha over there. I said, damn it, she's already bit me out, I said, I want to be there, take the picture with her, I'm just joking.
Duke's always trying to get in everybody's pictures.
Hey, that's my hobby. That's the actor does.
That's a hobby?
Yeah, actor they do. That's you're the different Joan, man, so stay your Joan. Let me do my Joan, So, well, anyway, anything else you have in mind, talk about,
So what's the future? What's the near future? What's happening with you? What's we already know there's a music video. Then what else is going on?
So like I said, we have the music video coming out. We have a book coming out. We're starting a logistics company. So me and my husband are doing that together. So, and outside of that, just creating more music, more better quality music. That's what we're on.
So if people want to listen to your music, where they can go see those?
All you gotta do is type in Lady D, LADI space D on all platforms, or you can type in LADIDROE. So my record label is Royalty Only Entertainment. So that's where the ROE comes from at the end of my name. So yeah. So I have my own entertainment company, I have my own publishing company, and I distribute my own music. I do a lot.
That's good. That's good.
She sounded so exhausted. I just do a lot right now.
I do, but I mean, I'd rather do it than somebody else because I've learned it. People will try to screw you over every minute that they get. It's like, so I really love being on top of my business. And it's like, you can't just come at me with any and everything. Like, you got to come and have your business in order because good business matters. So like certain things, I don't even have to even accept or, put myself in those types of rooms or conversations.
By the way, she's my teacher. She's going to teach me how to sing. I'm just let you know, so you know that. Oh, you gotta drink your tea. Coming up hot tea. So no, she's gonna mock me. Remember the last time I asked you? And he said, I was not singing before. I said, how'd you? I said, I'm just.
I didn't start.
Said, well, then if you can, so do I. But she's gonna be my teacher. She's gonna start teaching me how to sing. And I'm listening like a cuckoo bird,
I've always did poetry, so it kind of like.
Oh, no poetry! Oh my goodness.
It's just kind of weird.
The guy over there, he almost killed me in one of the episodes.
What happened?
Oh, he had to read poetry. That's just it.
He had to read it. He didn't have to write it.
No, he had to read it.
He wrote it.
And that was the problem.
Oh, okay.
It's like, Duke, so you have to memorize that line. Hey, Duke. You completely butchered that line. Duke, you have to do it again 9 hours later.
So he had to act it out as well?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah.
And exactly professional way we have to speak like a British language stuff. Like,
okay, so when you're doing poetry, every line means something. Every word means something. You can't just add a but or add an and or skip that little word. I go, Duke, you can't do that one. It doesn't make any sense. You have to read it line by line. And he's like, Gerald. And yet he's the one who said, I can do this one. I like this episode. I'm going to do this.
Well, I did it.
I
did it. We did it, so.
But afterwards, we did exactly what you just did.
All right, we fixing to running time out, so thank you to coming in. And I know, sorry about the last minute call. And,
no, it's okay.
We will do some more stuff, before you head out. If you have anything to say to your viewer.
So if you guys are interested in knowing more about Lady D, just tune in at LADIDROE on all platforms. If you follow me, I will follow you back. Thanks.
Good. You follow me too.
Yes.
And Gerald follow me too. Thank you, Gerald. And thank you, D.
Yes, I followed him.
Thank you for everybody. And we are taking to cut now.
Oh, I'm not going to cut yet. I was going to let that ride for a minute.
And thank you. My name is DK. Wait for the next time.
All right.
That was a terrible ending.